The Mexico national football team represents Mexico in association football and is governed by the Mexican Federation of Association Football, the governing body for football in Mexico. Mexico's home stadium is the Estadio Azteca and their head coach is Miguel Herrera. The team is currently ranked 20th in the FIFA World Rankings and 16th in the World Football Elo Ratings. Mexico has qualified to 15 World Cups and has qualified consecutively since 1994, making it one of only 6 countries to do so. The Mexican national team, along with Brazil and Germany, are the only nations to make it out of the group stage over the last 5 World Cups. Mexico played France in the very first match of the first World Cup on July 13, 1930. Mexico's best progression was reaching the quarter-finals in both the 1970 and 1986 World Cups, both of which were staged on Mexican soil. Mexico is historically the most successful national team in the CONCACAF region, holding 9 CONCACAF championships, including 6 CONCACAF Gold Cups, 1 North American Nations Cup and 3 NAFC championships. Mexico is the only team from CONCACAF to have won an official FIFA competition, the 1999 FIFA Confederations Cup. Although Mexico is under the jurisdiction of CONCACAF, the national football team has been regularly invited to compete in the Copa Ama Copyright Rica since 1993, finishing as runner-up twice and obtaining the third-place medal on 3 occasions. History. Early years. Football in Mexico was first organized in the early 20th century by European immigrant groups, notably miners from Cornwall, England, and in later years Spanish exiles fleeing the Spanish Civil War. Their very first match was played against Guatemala, which the Mexican team won 3-2. A series of international friendlies were played against the national representation of Guatemala on December 9, 12 and 16 of 1923. The match on December 9 was played in Parque Spa +or-A and was won by Mexico with a final score of 2-1. On December 12, the match ended in a 2-0 win for Mexico, and the final game of the series ended in a 3-3 draw. The manager for this team was Rafael Gatzagucha copyright RREZ, and the assistant coach was Adolfo Fraaz. The 14 players selected for this friendly series include Nacho de la Gatza, Pedro Perico Legorita, Manuel Gar 1/4 ya equal or more than plus or minus is, Enrique Lamatona Esquivel, Augusta Energida, Roberto Jada cubed N, Carlos Garca copyright S, Horacio Ortiz, Adeodato La cubed Pez, Moro Guadarrama La Vinada Alator, Cornelio Cuevas, and Alfredo Garca Besna copyright. It would be another 4 years before the national team would be represented in international friendlies. In preparation for a friendly against Spain, the team played a friendly against their B squad on June 12, 1927, winning 4-2. On June 19, 1927, the Mexican squad faced a selection from Spain, drawing 3-3. During this series, the squad also played against the Uruguayan club Nacional de Montevideo, losing 1-3. Formation. On August 9, 1927, the official governing body of the sport of football in Mexico was founded. From its inception, the federation has been the main body in charge of the promotion, administration, organization, management, and funding of the Mexican national football team as well as all football competition within Mexico. Club representatives from the federation's first division all vote on the direction, management, and coaching staff of the national football team. The 1928 Summer Olympics were hosts to Mexico's first international tournament. Prior to the tournament, the Mexican squad held friendlies against a representative Asturias side as well as 2 friendlies against Spain. These matches resulted in 2 draws and 1 loss. At the Olympic tournament, Mexico faced Spain in the round of 16 on May 30, 1928, resulting in Mexico's defeat of 1-7. Mexico participated in the 1930 FIFA World Cup, having been grouped together with Argentina, Chile, and France. Mexico's first match was played against France at Estadio Pocitos in Montevideo, Uruguay on July 13, 1930. The match ended in a 4-1 win for France. but witnessed Mexico's first World Cup goal by Juan Carré ±0. This match occurred simultaneously with the United States-Belgium match. In their second match of the tournament, Mexico fell to Chile 3-0 at Montevideo's Estadio Gran Parque Central. Mexico's third match, against Argentina, featured the first penalty of the tournament, awarded in the 42nd minute and scored by Mexico's Manuel Rosas. A total of 5 penalties were awarded during the match, which was refereed by the Bolivian coach Alexis Saucedo, 3 of them controversial. Post-WWII, Mexico did not appear again in a FIFA World Cup tournament until the 1950 FIFA World Cup. Before 1970, Mexico struggled to make much of an impact in the World Cup when competing against European and South American teams. However, goalkeeper Antonio Carbajal has the distinction of being the first player ever to appear in 5 consecutive World Cups. In 1965, Mexico won the 1965 CONCACAF Championship held in Guatemala to become continental champions for the first time. In 1970, Mexico hosted the World Cup and kicked off their campaign with a scoreless draw against the Soviet Union. This was followed by a win over El Salvador. Mexico advanced to the next round with a victory against Belgium thanks to a penalty scored by Gustavo P. ± in the 14th minute. At the quarter-final stage, Mexico was eliminated by Italy in a 4-1 match despite Mexico taking an early lead. Mexico failed to qualify for the 1974 FIFA World Cup but did make it into the 1978 finals in Argentina. Mexico suffered an early exit after 3 defeats, 0-6 against West Germany, 1-3 against Tunisia, and 1-3 to Poland. Mexico failed to qualify for the 1982 World Cup. In 1986, Mexico again hosted the World Cup. Coached by Bora Milutinovic, Mexico was placed in Group B where they defeated Belgium 2-1, draw 1-1 with Paraguay, and defeated Iraq 1-0. With this performance, Mexico won the top spot in its group and advanced to the next round where they faced Bulgaria in a 2-0 win. In the quarter-final stage, Mexico lost to West Germany 1-4 in a penalty shootout after the match finished 0-0. The Canarelles scandal. Mexico was disqualified from the 1990 FIFA World Cup after using players over the age limit allowed by FIFA in the qualifying round for the 1989 FIFA World Youth Championship. The punishment originally was only going to be applied to the FIFA World Youth team and not the World Cup or Olympic Games team, but the penalty was applied to all Mexican national representatives of all FIFA-sanctioned tournaments. 1990s. In the 1990s, after hiring coach car copyright czar Luis Menotti, Mexican football began experiencing greater international success. An important turning point was its participation in the 1993 Copa Arma Copyright Rica, where they finished second in the tournament, losing to Argentina 2-1 in the final. For the 1994 FIFA World Cup, players such as Carlos Hermosillo, Hugo Sanchez, Alberto Garca Asp, Adria N. Carvez, FAR Copyright Lex Fernandez, Benjama N. Galindo and Zaguini were named on the team roster even though not in their best conditions to do so. Mexico went on to win its group on tiebreakers, emerging from the tournament's group of death, composed of Mexico, Italy, Ireland, and Norway. However, Mexico eventually lost in the second round to Bulgaria on penalty kicks. Miguel Herrera then led this team into one of its most distinguished performances in a World Cup. Since their second-place finish in the 1993 Copa Arma Copyright Rica, Mexico has been a regular participant in the South American tournament and has competed well. It earned third place in 1997, 1999 and 2007 and another second-place finish in 2001. Mexico has never failed to reach the quarterfinals of the Copa Arma Copyright Rica up until 2011 and twice has had the leading scorer in the tournament. After its participation at the 1995 King Fahd Cup and being coached again by Bora Milutinovic then eventually Manuel Lapuente, Mexico came in first place in CONCACAF in qualifying for the 1998 FIFA World Cup in France. At the World Cup, Mexico was placed in Group E, with the Netherlands, South Korea and Belgium. Mexico came from 0-1 down to win 3-1 in their opening fixture against South Korea. Belgium had started beating Mexico 2-0 but they came back to tie 2-2. The third game against Netherlands ended in another 2-2 result which resulted in qualification to the round of 16. In the next round, Mexico faced Germany. Although having the lead, Mexico did not manage to hold onto it and lost the game 2-1. In 1999, Mexico became the first host nation to win the FIFA Confederations Cup. Mexico defeated the United States 1-0 in the semi-finals thanks to a spectacular golden goal from quarter copyright Mock Blanco. Mexico won its first official FIFA World Championship tournament trophy by beating Brazil with a final score of 4-3. Mexico's star, Blanco, shared the tournament's Golden Shoe award as top scorer with Ronaldinho, and was also awarded the Silver Ball. 21st century, 2000s. After a tough qualifying campaign for the 2002 World Cup, Mexico reached the finals and was placed in Group G alongside Italy, Croatia, and Ecuador. Mexico started with a 1-0 win over Croatia. In the second match, Mexico earned a 2-1 win over Ecuador with goals from Jard Borghetti and Gerardo Torrado. Mexico then achieved a 1-1 draw against Italy with a goal from Borghetti. In the second round, Mexico played continental rivals United States, losing 2-0 in a controversial game, where Mexican captain Rafael Marquez was sent off for a brutal foul on Kobe Jones. Mexico was one of 8 seeded teams in the first round at the 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany. This was the second time a non-hosting CONCACAF nation was seeded. Mexico was put in Group D with Iran, Angola and Portugal. Mexico won their opening match 3-1 against Iran, with 2 goals from Omar Bravo and 1 by Antonio Nelson. In their second match, Mexico played to a 0-0 draw against Angola. Mexico joined Portugal as a qualifier in the round of 16, despite losing to the Portuguese 2-1. In the second round, Mexico played against Argentina. Mexico scored in the 5th minute with a goal by captain Rafael Marquez assisted by Pavel Pardo. 4 minutes later, Argentina equalized the match with a goal from Hernan Crespo. The score remained 1-1 after 90 minutes, and in extra time, a volley by Maxi Rodriguez in the second period of extra time brought about a 2-1 win for Argentina. Argentine coach Ricardo Lavolpe, who was coaching Mexico at the time, stepped down as coach after the tournament, and was succeeded by Hugo Sanchez. After losing the final match of the 2007 CONCACAF Gold Cup 1-2 against the United States, Mexico successfully rebounded with a remarkable first-round performance at 2007 Copa Arma Copyright Rica. Beginning by beating the recent champions Brazil 2-0 in their first match, they then went on to defeat Ecuador 2-1. For their final match they tied 0-0 with Chile. With those results, Mexico came first in Group B with 7 points. In the quarter-finals, Mexico beat Paraguay 6-0 but lost in the semi-finals 3-0 to Argentina. With this defeat, Mexico was left to fight for third place against Uruguay, winning 3-1 and claiming the bronze trophy. In July 2009, Mexico won their 5th Gold Cup, and 8th CONCACAF championship overall, after beating the United States 5-0 in the final at Giants Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 2010 World Cup. On October 10, 2009, Mexico qualified for the 2010 FIFA World Cup after defeating El Salvador 4-1 at the Estadio Azteca. For the 2010 World Cup, Mexico was drawn into Group A along with the hosts South Africa, France and Uruguay. In the first match of the tournament, they drew 1-1 against South Africa with a late strike from Rafael Marquez. The second match was against France, whom they defeated 2-0 thanks to a strike from Javier Hernandez and a penalty by quarter copyright Mock Blanco, who with this goal became the first Mexican player ever to score in 3 different World Cups. Their last group game was against Uruguay where Mexico were defeated 1-0, but still advanced to the round of 16 thanks to a better goal differential than South Africa. In the second round, Mexico faced Argentina in a rematch of their round of 16 loss at the hands of the Argentine team 4 years earlier. The Mexican team fell behind when a controversial goal was scored by Carlos Tevez in an offside position, but it was declared a fair play. Gonzalo Higuaín scored a second for Argentina. Tevez later scored, giving Argentina a 3-goal lead, before Hernández scored Mexico's only goal of the match. As a result of their 1-3 defeat, the Mexican team was eliminated in the round of 16 for the 5th straight World Cup. Road to Brazil 2014. The 2011 CONCACAF Gold Cup saw Mexico placed in Group A along with Costa Rica, El Salvador and Cuba. After the 5-0 win against Cuba, it was reported that 5 Mexican players tested positive for the banned substance clenbuterol: Guillermo Ochoa, Francisco Javier Rodriguez, Antonio Nelson, a Permil DGA Due ±S, and Christian Bermudez. Mexico won the group with 3 wins and no losses and scored 14 goals, and was scored only once. They beat Guatemala in the quarter-finals 2-1, and beat Honduras in extra time 2-0. For the 3rd straight year, the final was against the United States. After trailing 0-2, Mexico came back and scored 4 goals to win the match 4-2, thus being crowned champions, and earning a spot in the 2013 FIFA Confederations Cup in Brazil, where they were eliminated at the group stage. On June 28, 2011, 8 players from the under-22 squad that was to participate in the 2011 Copa América in Argentina were expelled from the squad after it was discovered the players had brought prostitutes to the hotel the team was staying at in Quito, Ecuador. In 2012, Mexico won a gold medal at the 2012 Olympic Games, defeating Brazil 2-1 at Wembley Stadium. Mexico went 2-1 in the group stages of the 2013 CONCACAF Gold Cup, defeating Canada and Martinique but losing to Panama. Mexico then defeated Trinidad and Tobago 1-0 in the quarter-final match, before facing Panama again in the semi-final. Mexico lost the semi-final match, 2-1, in front of the largest crowd to ever watch a Gold Cup semi-final match held in the United States. The 2 losses to Panama were the first 2 times Panama had ever defeated Mexico in a Gold Cup match. Mexico won only 2 of 10 matches during the 4th round of 2014 World Cup qualifying, but qualified for an intercontinental playoff as the 4th highest-placed team in the CONCACAF region after the United States defeated Panama in the final round of matches. They defeated New Zealand 9-3 on aggregate to qualify for a 6th consecutive World Cup. Home stadium. The Estadio Azteca, also known in Spanish as El Coliseo de Santa Úrsula, is a stadium in Mexico City, Mexico built in the 1960s. It is the official home stadium of the Mexico national football team and the Mexican club team Club América. It has a capacity of 105,000 seats, making it the largest association football-specific stadium in the Americas and the 3rd largest stadium in the world for that sport. The stadium has carried out many important sporting and historical events in its existence, including the FIFA World Cup in 1970 where Pelé won his last championship. The earthquake of 1985, which destroyed most of the city, did not damage the stadium. Thus, the stadium could host the FIFA World Cup in 1986 where Argentina won the cup. It was the primary venue for association football at the 1968 Summer Olympics and is only one of 2 stadiums to host 2 FIFA World Cup final matches, in 1970 and 1986. It also hosted the 1986 quarter-final between Argentina and England in which Diego Maradona scored the Hand of God goal. The stadium also hosted the game of the century, when Italy defeated West Germany 4-3 in extra time. Team image, media coverage. All of Mexico's matches are shown live on over-the-air networks Televisa and TV Azteca in Mexico. In the United States, all of Mexico's international friendlies and home World Cup qualifiers are shown on Spanish-language network Univision, while away World Cup qualifiers are shown on Telemundo. On January 30, 2013, English-language network ESPN and Univision announced an agreement to telecast the Mexico national team home World Cup qualifiers and international friendly matches in English in the United States. Supporters, Mexican fans are infamously known for the chant "Uy Puto," which is typically screamed when an opponent's goalkeeper is about to perform a gokai. Due to the homophobic meaning of the word puto in Spanish, the chant received negative attention in the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Amid an investigation conducted on the subject by FIFA authorities, Mexican fans defended the chant by claiming that it was traditionally used in the Liga MX. On June 23, 2014, FIFA dropped the case against Mexico, concluding that the chant was not considered insulting in the specific context. Nonetheless, Football Against Racism in Europe, a leading anti-discrimination organization, criticized FIFA's ruling as disappointing. Kit: the Mexican national team utilizes a tricolor system, composed of colors green, white and red. The team's three colors originate from the national flag of Mexico, known as the tricolor. As of November 2009, the shirt now has two red trims on the shirt near the shoulders. Away colors are all black with red and gold trim. The team also designed an all-white jersey that celebrates 200 years since Mexico achieved freedom from the Spanish crown, their independence starting in 1810. 2 centuries later, the Mexican Football Association had asked Adidas to design a special home kit that the team would use in 2010. However, an all-green kit and an all-white kit have been used in the 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Also, in the 1966 FIFA World Cup the kit consisted of a white shirt with navy blue shorts. In the 1970 FIFA World Cup the away kit was a wine red shirt with navy blue short. An all-white kit was also used in the 1998 FIFA World Cup in the group stage games against the Netherlands and Belgium. The women's team still uses the old kit before November 2009. Socks have usually been red, as to resemble Mexico's flag, but this has been changed to white socks. In current kit, the socks reverted to red. Evolution.